My name is Chidima Sophia Mong. I'm from Abia State and I'm 18 years old.
Chidima Mong is my daughter, the last of my 4 children.
My dad died when I was 2 years old. That was in 1998. I was 2.5 years old actually. And well, I don't remember much because I was just a child when he died. But I only know for certain that if he was alive, things would be different for my family and everything.
I was just married for 7 years and 11 months when he died. It was like my life had ended because I was a full-time housewife.
When he died, well, all I knew was I didn't see him again. I didn't know what somebody meant by dying. But all I knew was I didn't see him afterwards that day. And then we moved over here and everything got harder. Way harder. Like going to school was harder because my mom was alone and then she didn't have a job or anything.
I had nothing of my own and I was married to a very loving man who gave me basically everything.
It was just so much uncertainties back then. We never knew what was going to happen the next day. We never knew where the next food was going to come from. Never knew where we were going to get clothes or things like that. Clothes were, nobody could think of that. I mean, because that's like a luxury. You think of the basic things like food, water, house, going to school, things like that. So yeah, everything was just uncertain then. You never knew what was going to happen, as I said, the next day.
So how am I going to survive? How am I going to train 4 children?
It was just a hopeful time. My mom used to say she was going to die as well because like she didn't have anything.
So when I found that I was still alive, I knew there was hope. Life started from there. Before my husband died, he said he would like to train these children and he would like to train them well because he was a very intelligent man. You see, he would like to train them well, he would like to train them abroad. So when he died, I felt, I don't know how that wish will be accomplished, but that God will help me.
Well, my cousin, Karen Otilika, she went to Uwc Atlantic in Wales. And then one day my mom was talking to her mom. And then after I finished secondary school, well, before I finished secondary school actually, when I was in S3. And then my mom just asked her like,
I said, I know my daughter is not in a very big school, we don't attend, we are not living in the highbrow. I said, but are there other exams your children are doing? Tell me, so that I can also enroll my daughter to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know a lot about this kind of things. And she said,
yes. He said, yes, I know. Chidima is good. That girl is intelligent. Yes, there's this exam. There's this school. United World Colleges. I said, what's that?
My daughter goes to UWC Atlantic. So why doesn't Chidima try applying? I think Chidima can actually be good enough for it because they are very selective.
He now explained to me. He said, yes, I'll tell you when the form comes out. He said, my daughter wrote the exam and she got admission. He said she got a scholarship. I said, I would like her to try the exams. So she said she would tell me. I did not allow her to rest though.
First of all, we didn't actually have the money to buy the form. As embarrassing as that sounds, yes, we didn't have the money to buy the form. It was only 5,000 naira, but it was hard to get them. But my mom actually had to squeeze because I mean, she thought it's better to give you artists to try than not to try at all. To try and fail than not to try at all.
She took the exam when she was about to finish secondary school. But after, when the result came out, they said, we are told that she did well, very well, considering the fact that she's not from one of those big schools, but that they didn't have many scholarship slots. So she was given a paying slot. When I looked at it, we're talking about millions and millions of both dollars and naira, and I looked at it and there was no way I don't have. He said, Mrs. Mong, I'm sorry, Chidima couldn't make it. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. But I was already crying. Then all of a sudden she said, I just want to announce to you that Chidima has been accepted to go to Adriatic, Italy, UWC on full scholarship. And I'm like, he's alive! So my phone fell off. And I started crying.
I go to UWC Adriatic in Duino, Italy. It's been fine. It's been really good. It's an amazing experience actually. It's mind opening. I don't know how to explain it, but it just brings you out. It opens you up to lots of possibilities. Like I said, I have so many friends right now. Like I've never have dreamed of having. My best friend's from Cambodia, and I don't think I ever heard about the country before I went to school. And my roommate was from Singapore. It's nice. It's lovely. I've met people. I've gotten to know people. I've gotten to know about different cultures. I've gotten to understand people from their own perspective. I would never have imagined I would be in UWC or something like that, or I'd have a scholarship that's worth so much. I mean, I'd never thought I would have something like this. I'd never have dreamed of being where I am today, which makes me more thankful and more grateful that I've been given such a rare opportunity.